Hi everybody, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto. Now it's no secret that I love the Nintendo Switch, and it's only really nostalgia that's stopping me from telling you that it's my favourite system of all time. But this small hybrid handheld device here has given me so much pleasure. Since it launched with one of my favourite games of all time, Breath of the Wild, I've been enamoured with this console. And whilst I am happy that I've been able to collect some fantastic games for the system, I wish I'd been able to add more to my collection for a console that I love so much. However, the only thing that stopped me from doing so is the price. Famously, Nintendo consoles hold their price very, very well. Nintendo Switch games have remained expensive both at release and on the second-hand market, largely due to the fandom of Nintendo, but also because they decided to be different and go with cartridge-based games. However, in 2023, I'm noticing that finally, Nintendo Switch games are starting to come down in price. As a result, I've been picking up a lot of Nintendo Switch games in 2023. We're going to jump straight into them now. I'm going to be telling you exactly how much I paid for each game, where I got it from, and what my thoughts are on the game itself. Let's kick off with Owlboy. I picked up Owlboy from CEX for just £22. It's a 2016 platform adventure game by the Norwegian developers D-Pad Studio. It took the studio almost 10 years to complete development of this game, and you can see why in the beautiful art style. There's clearly been a lot of love poured into this game. This is very much a modern retro platformer, and think akin to games like Monster Boy, where you have to unlock different characters that will help you along your way and you'll be able to traverse areas that were otherwise inaccessible previously. This isn't a game that I've managed to get my teeth into just yet, but looking at the art style, I know this is a game that I'm going to enjoy. This is definitely not a video games to invest in video, but there are just 4 copies of this game in stock at CEX, and for £22, I don't think you can go too far wrong with Owlboy. Okay, so next up is a game that I picked up for just £15 in the pre-owned section at Game, and that is Rime. This adventure puzzle game came out for the Switch in 2017 and was developed by Tequila Works. It's quite apt that the company that worked on this is called Tequila, because you'd be forgiven for thinking that they'd been drinking on the job when you look at the frame rate and the popping that happens throughout this game. However, if like me you don't judge a game solely based on its performance, then definitely give Rime a go. I'm very close to completing this game and I've had a great time with it. It's a very relaxing game that doesn't involve any talking or any combat. And it reminds me of Journey, if not a little bit more fleshed out, and the art style is very similar to Breath of the Wild. As I say, I've had a real good time with this, and if you can pick this up for like 15 quid like I did, I don't think you can go too far wrong at all with Rime. Okay, so next up is the most expensive game on this list. I picked this up at £30 from CEX, but you can buy this for £25 online currently, and that is Androdunos 2. This sequel has been released 30 years after the original Neo Geo game, and all I can say is I love this game. As soon as I popped the cartridge in and I heard that music, and if copyright hasn't done me dirty, you'll be hearing that music now. Teamed with the fantastic pixel art style, I knew this was the game for me. And what I really enjoyed about this game is that you start with a full arsenal. You have every weapon available to you from the beginning of the game, but as you progress you can choose to upgrade certain weapons. Obviously certain weapons will favour you on certain levels, and it does become very tactical as you go throughout this game. But don't get it twisted, this is a shmup and in every sense it's difficult. I'm yet to complete this game, but I'm having a thoroughly good time trying. And next up we have what has become one of my favourite video games of all time. Now I do not say that lightly. I don't know the exact price because this was a Christmas gift, but I have seen this for as little as £26, and that is Cuphead. I think to do this game justice, and rather than me try to articulate how much this game meant to me, I'm going to show you my reaction to completing it. Just a little bit more to go. So close yet so far. The very next go. Ah! They're getting closer. Come on! I've not even got any words. It's breaking me. I've done it! Oh my days. Right, I swear to God. You know when you tell yourself it's the last time? I told myself a couple of times, this is the last time. But this time, that was it. I genuinely meant it. It was the last time. I'd already started switching off the room. I was having one more go, and I was calling it a night. And I did it. And you know what? I didn't just do it, I smashed it. I played the perfect game. Like, I wish I'd recorded it somehow. That was the best, 3 minutes of my adult gaming life. Like, honestly, I've never professed to be good at video games. I think I finished it with like a couple of lives left. Oh my god. So there you go, you can see what finishing this game meant to me. And whilst this game is hard, notoriously difficult, it's also very fair. And I think the biggest compliment that you can give to this game is that even though you're going to die hundreds, if not thousands of times, you will want to keep going. I did. I barely put this game down until I finished it. And yeah, if you haven't played Cuphead, it's a must play. Oh my god. What a game. Only video games can make you feel like this. I'm elated. Okay, so next up, costing me just £19 from Amazon, is Pocky and Rocky Reshrine. Originally a 1986 arcade game named Kiki Kai Kai. I love saying that. Originally a 1986 arcade game named Kiki Kai Kai, Pocky and Rocky was more famous for its 2 Super Nintendo releases. Obviously I'm a big Super Nintendo collector, but due to the rarity and the price of the Pocky and Rocky games, I don't own either of them. Yet. I'm certainly not ruling it out. So when I heard that this game was getting released, the remaster of the Super Nintendo version on the Nintendo Switch, I was all over it. This is a top-down shooter, and as you'll be seeing on screen now, they've done a great job of remastering it, and it's one that I can't wait to get into the system and start playing. Okay, so up next we have Sifu. I picked up Sifu from Cash Generators. They had this marked at £30, but after negotiating they let me have this for £25. Sifu is a martial arts style beat 'em up set in modern day China. Guys, you know how the story goes. You're out to avenge your father's death and you're basically going to knock 7 bells out of everybody that gets into your way. One of the big mechanics in this game that sets it apart is that you age as you die. So each time you die, your character will age. And that can be both a benefit and a hindrance. You can get wiser, but over time you'll become slower. I think it's a great mechanic, and I think sometimes beat 'em ups do need a little bit of something extra for me personally to keep me involved. By all accounts, this is not an easy game, so I'm waiting until I've got enough time in my diary to really dedicate myself to Sifu. Okay, so this next game I think I saw recommended by a friend of the channel, Radical Reggie.
Hey, Retro Ghetto, man.
As soon as I saw this game and its art style, I thought, yeah, that's definitely one I want to pick up. I went on eBay and I picked it up for just £18, and that is Horgy Hugh and Friends. Now, you might well think, looking at the visuals on screen now, that this is like a cutesy, easy shmup, maybe entry level, maybe even for kids. You'd be wrong. This game is difficult. This is the most difficult game on this list. I haven't been able to get past the 2nd level. The bosses on this game are brutal, and they take hundreds of shots before they finally perish and allow you to get onto the next level. It's definitely a game I'm going to be revisiting and hopefully getting at least to level 3. But yeah, if you like shmups and you're better at them than me, definitely pick up Horgy Hugh and Friends. Okay, so this next title I picked up in-game for just £23 during a sale, and that is Shredder's Revenge. Yes, I am very late to the party on this one. There isn't too much that I can say about this game that the rest of the internet hasn't already said. Only that this was developed by the same people that did the latest reimagining of the Streets of Rage game. And if it's anywhere near as good as that one is, I'm going to be looking forward to putting lots of time into this one. Okay, so if you watched last Sunday's vlog, you will remember that I went to over 40 charity shops and I went to 3 different CEX stores, one of which was in Loughborough, and I said that I picked up a game, and that game was Cotton Reboot. As you can see, it was £20. Cotton is a series of games that I've never played. This is the remastered version of the 30-year-old original. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Cotton series and how high I should be putting this on my video game backlog.
Let's go!
So on my recent visit to the fantastic Doorway to Darkness in Doncaster, I picked up Klonoa. Fantasy Reverie series? Klonoa. Another series that I've never played but I've always wanted to. So many times I almost paid £60 plus for the Nintendo Wii version of this game. I'm glad I didn't, because since this game's release, that's plummeted in price. But yeah, this comes with 2 games. So this comes with the original Klonoa Door to Phantomile and Klonoa 2 Lunatee's Veil. Klonoa is a 3D action platformer, often with some standard left to right side scrolling thrown in as well. It's got a fantastic colour palette, and to me it just strikes me as a Nintendo game. Whilst I know it wasn't originally released on a Nintendo system, it just seems to be at home on the Nintendo Switch, and yeah, it's definitely a series that I can't wait to play. And next up, for just £15 posted at Amazon, but I've also seen it at Game for the same price, that is Rayman Legends, the Definitive Edition. This game's pretty much had a release on everything. This game's been released on PC, PS3, Vita, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Wii U, and of course, now the Nintendo Switch. I think it's testament to this game that it's had so many releases because of how good it is. I remember playing this game at launch on the Xbox 360 and really loving the visuals and being taken back, especially by those musical levels, and it's something that I'd never seen before. It was one of them games I never finished at the time, but I always intended to, and just because of the accessibility of the Nintendo Switch, those are the sort of games I love dipping back into to get finished. So yeah, Rayman Legends for just £15. If for some reason you don't already own this game, pick it up. And there we have it. What was that, 11, 12 cheap games that I've added since the turn of the year. And I'm just excited at what the year's going to bring. I'm really focusing on collecting for Nintendo Switch this year because, as I say, we've finally seen those prices start to drop. I have also ordered a couple of heavier hitter games, which hopefully I'll be doing a little CEX lottery unboxing of on next Sunday's vlog. I think it's clear looking at the games that I've picked up this year for the Nintendo Switch that I'm very much a modern retro gamer. I love modern retro styling, I love pixel art, I love reimaginings and remasters of games that I never got to explore from yesteryear, and I love having it on the accessibility of the Switch. I love that I can play these in bed or I can sit down and do some proper gaming on my sofa. As I keep saying, I love the Nintendo Switch, and I'm very excited as to how many more great games I'm going to be able to add before the end of the year, now that these prices are finally coming down and hopefully will continue to get cheaper and cheaper as the months and the years go on. Let me know in the comment section, guys, if you've picked up any bargains for the Nintendo Switch. As always, thank you very much for watching. Play your games, keep it retro. See you on the next one, take care.
Retro Ghetto.